What's good, Commanders fans? I am still again under the weather some way, somehow. It's just this season, this flu season and stuff like that. So I'm still under the weather, but I'm feeling good. Been super busy, but I just had to come on here and make a preview video, of course. And this is the last game of the Rivera era. I'm super hyped. I can't wait for Black Monday. I just want to fast forward through this game and get to Black Monday, where Rivera's key is not going to work. He's not going to be able to get into the building. He will get his pink slip, and he will be gone. And I can't wait for that day for sure. No more positional flex. No more commanders. No more guys. No more none of that. Not knowing that you could be eliminated from a playoff game, from playoff contention. He just didn't even know that. The 2-point conversions, just terrible at that. Clock management, calling timeouts, throwing the challenge flag, just too slow with everything. Too old, too much of a dinosaur. Overdrafting guys, thinking he's smarter than everybody else in the room. But Rivera is a respectable man. He really is. He's a guy that kind of changed the culture. He's kind of what we needed after Jay Gruden and there's all the Dan Snyder stuff going on. He did overcome cancer. So, I mean, he's done some good things here. But on the field, he did not make this team any better. Just drafting guys because of military ties and stuff like that. Of course, respect to our military people and veterans and stuff like that. But that's just not how you build a team. That's not how you win football games. It's just not the way to do it. Excuse me. All right, so, of course, we play the Cowboys. Is this a rivalry anymore? It's really unfortunate, man. It is. It's unfortunate that this is what it's come to, where you just feel no rivalry, no we want Dallas, no beat Dallas type of vibe, no type of energy like that. Just none of it. You know, it really feels like it's just nothing like another game. It really does. Even though it should not feel that way, it kind of feels that way. And I know FedEx Field is going to be dominated by Cowboys fans. It's going to be a home game. The weather's not going to be good. It's going to be raining and snowy rain, or a bliss of snow and rain, a mix tomorrow. So not going to be the most weather-friendly day tomorrow. And then Sunday, it's not going to rain or snow at all on Sunday, but it's going to be pretty darn cold. So, excuse me. All right, so just looking at the draft scenario, of course, second pick of the draft is definitely in play. Looking at some of the other games, you know, you look at Houston versus Indianapolis, or really just the Patriots game. That's probably like the biggest one. The Patriots and the Jets. The Patriots, they gotta win. If we want that second pick of the draft, we need the Patriots to win. As simple as that. And I'm trying to think who else is up there. The Cardinals, they're up there for that pick. But that's probably the most important game is the Patriots and Jets game. That's the most important game of all of them, right there. So there's a couple guys that are gonna be out. I know I saw Jonathan Allen. He's gonna be out. He's not gonna play. Let me pull up the thing real quick. Let me pull up the injury report real quick. But I'm pretty sure Jonathan Allen's not gonna play. Where is it? Kendall Fuller. Yeah, Jonathan Allen's out. Kendall Fuller is on the reserve injured list, so he's not going to play. Christian Holmes on the reserve injured list. Tyree Castro-Fields. They signed cornerback Nick Whiteside from the practice squad. They signed defensive tackle Abdullah Anderson and Benning Potato from the practice squad. So, I mean, Cam Curl is questionable. Casey Tuhill's questionable. Andrew Wiley's questionable. So, nobody's going to play. This is kind of like the game from last year where, like, Chris Paul had his first start. Jared Patterson was starting at running back. But Brian Robinson's going to play. Antonio Gibson's going to play. A lot of guys are still going to – a couple guys are still going to play. Sam Howell's going to be your starter, of course. Jacoby's going to be your backup. Jake Fromm should probably suit up too, just in case. You just never know what can happen. If it does get that ugly, then, yeah, just throw Jake Fromm in the game. I don't think Jacoby's going to really want to play because he already put out good tape and good film. So he can really show this to other teams and be like, hey, man, the price went up. You know, yesterday's price is not today's price after he had 2 good halves. You know, maybe he gets more than $10 million as a backup. Who knows? Or more teams will be asking for his services. There may be a bidding war for Jacoby Brissett because he had two really good second halves. And his agent he's his own agent, actually. So he can sell that to teams. But, yeah, Casey Tuhill's out. John Allen, we'll see if he's going to be on a roster next year. He sounds like he doesn't want to be here, talking on the radio, talking about, you know, he's thought about asking for a trade and stuff like that. So if he wants to go, it's fine with me. I'm not really, like, holding on to players. If they want to leave, it's a rebuild, so I get it. He wants to win. So I totally understand where he's coming from, and it's a new regime, new owner, new GM coming in, new coach, all that. So new quarterback, everything's going to be new next year. So if he wants to move on, I get it. I understand. You know, we'll help you. Hopefully we can get a second-round pick back, a second and a fifth or something like that. I don't think we'll get a first for John Allen, but he's a very talented player. He deserves to be on a perennial playoff team. So I get what he's saying. I get his frustration. A lot of people are like, oh, he hasn't played well this year, which he has not played up to expectations, but it's a whole different conversation. So I wish Jonathan Allen the best. I don't think he's going to be here next year, but we have not heard any reports or anything like that come out yet. We haven't heard anything yet, no sources, no nothing, that he's requested a trade or that he's going to be traded. Nobody has said anything yet. So it's all speculation right now, projecting and stuff like that. So I'm not going to go down that too much. All right, so let's get to the actual game. There's not much to talk about. There's no keys to victory, just keys to development. What I want to see for the last game, for the last, like the couple players that I'm keeping my eye on, guys like KJ Henry, like he's played pretty good the last couple of weeks, even though he hit the gritty when we were down by 3 double digits or something like that. He's hitting the gritty and stuff like that. I don't want to see that, but I do want to see, you know, him making good plays. Like, keep it up. Keep getting in the backfield. Keep getting deflections, tip passes, stuff. Like KJ Henry, keep doing. Keep being explosive. Keep being athletic. Getting to the quarterback. Making plays, wreaking havoc. You know, he should have had a sack against the Patriots, but they took that away. Terry McLaurin is 56 yards away from 1,000 yards, from a 1,000-yard season. I don't trust Sam to get him there. Him and Bieniemy, and that's the sad part about it. If Jacoby was in there, I'd be like, yeah, Terry would definitely get 1,000 yards. I want him to get that 1,000 yards. And Sam might hold him back from that, which is just really just, it's unfortunate. Same thing with Airbnb. But yeah, the guys that I'm looking at, okay, we'll get to the injury report real quick. I mean, it kind of like doesn't really matter, but Cam Carr talking about he's questionable. He's probably not going to play. John Allen's not going to play. Casey Hill probably won't play. Wiley probably won't play. So Cornelius Lucas is probably going to play. That's good for him. I want to see him play. Jacoby Brissett is on injury report. Curtis Samuel is going to play. Ben St. Juste might play. It looks like he's going to play. Castro Fields on injury reserve. I already talked about that. Quan Martin's going to play. He's on the injury report as well. John Ridgeway. Ben St. Juste versus CeeDee Lamb. That's going to be a tough matchup. Ben St. Juste versus any wide receiver is a tough matchup for sure for Ben St. Juste. On Dallas' side, it kind of doesn't really matter. Tyler Smith's one guy that might not play, but he's questionable, but I think he's going to play. Let's see here. But let's get to the prize picks here. I'm going to give you guys some picks, some free picks. Now, on our side, I'm going to go with Terry. I'm going to go with Terry over on his receiving yards, and I don't want to do it, but I'm just going to do it because he needs that 1,000 yards. He needs 56 yards to get to 1,000 yards. I don't trust Sam, but PrizePicks has him at 58.5 receiving yards. I think they're doing it because they really know that. So I think he gets over 58.5 receiving yards because they're gonna have to. I think Ron wants it to. Ron loves Terry. I think Ron wants to get Terry to 1,000 yards too. I think Ron wants to do right by Terry. He might talk to B and be like, "Hey, we gotta get this guy football. He's been nothing but a professional while I've been a coach here," and that's what I think Ron's gonna say. Jake Ferguson over 37.5 receiving yards. We don't do well against tight ends. We don't do well against anybody at this point. We have a bunch of backups out there. David Mayo, Barton starting. Actually, they played better last week, but still. Jake Ferguson over 37.5 receiving yards. Oh, promo code is 100%. Deposit match for first-time users. Use my promo code RealEdOliver. Use the link down below in the description. First-time users get 100% deposit match using PrizePicks. Over on Jake Ferguson and then over on CeeDee Lamb getting a touchdown. He's had a touchdown in the last 5 games. There's no way I see us see our secondary stopping CeeDee Lamb from getting in the end zone. I hate to say it, but it is what it is. Those are my picks. Using my promo code RealEdOliver, 100% deposit match down low in the description box for first-time users get 100% deposit match. All right, so Sam, what I want to see from him is just confidence, not seeing ghosts, get rid of the ball quickly, don't hold on to the ball too long. If you can make something happen, make it happen. Use your legs, get out of the pocket for sure because Micah Parsons is going to be coming for him. DeMarcus Lawrence, they have a strong pass rush. Who else is on the Cowboys D-line? No pick sixes to Bland. That's another key right there. Being able to help him out with the running game. Brian Robinson's had a couple good games. Keep giving the ball to B-Rob. Screen pass. Quick hitters get the ball out quickly. Screen pass to Terry. Curtis. Just get the ball to your playmakers. Jahan Dotson. Same thing. Special teams is going to be huge, as always. Are the Cowboys going to play at 100%? Yes, they will because they're trying to win the NFC East. But at the same time, it just feels like a weird game. I think the Cowboys will be playing 100% speed. Like last year, it looked like they were kind of taking some plays off here and there. They weren't going full speed. I think that's going to be the opposite of this time. I do think they're going to play hard this game instead of like last year. They weren't going 100%. So that's something I'm looking for. Special teams, of course. Crowder, you can't throw the ball up in the air and fumble like you did against the Jets. So it's really just a Sam Howell evaluation game. That's what it is. And then KJ Henry, Forbes. How do you do against CD? Are you going to get cooked again like you did against Ayuk, A.J. Brown, every receiver in the league? How does Emmanuel Forbes do? How much playing time does he get? Since Ben St. Juste might be playing, is he going to be on the bench again? Jabril Cox, how does he do? We want to see how he does if he is going to be on the roster next year. Like I said, KJ Henry, Khalil Hudson, I already talked about him. Khalil Hudson too. And Fedarian Mathis, how does he play? He's barely done anything, so how does he look? How does he play? Kind of another Ron Rivera pick that just hasn't panned out early on in his career due to injuries. Who else on this roster? That's really about it. Terrell Burgess is going to be our starting free safety. Percy Butler's on injury reserve, and Derek Forrest is on injury reserve. Jartavius Martin, I like the hit that he put on. Who's the tight end last week? George Kittle. Keep that up. Keep that up, Quan. Keep that up. I like that. And Nick Whiteside will be playing too. So Jahan Dotson, how does he do? He talked in the interviews about leadership and stuff like that. He did a Madden game with Janky Rondo, the other Commanders YouTuber who's like a comedian / YouTuber. He's a funny guy from what I've seen. So he did a Madden thing with him. And then he did an interview talking about leadership. So let's see how Jahan does in this game. Jahan did a good job against the Cowboys last year. So let's see if he can keep that up. Curtis Samuel as well. Logan Thomas got to catch the football too. Cornelius Lucas is your starting left tackle. Your right tackle is probably going to be Trent Scott. So how does he play in the last game of the season? And Nick Gates, this is his last game here. Chris Paul at left guard too. So, but it's a big game for Sam Howell. I don't see him being a quarterback next year, and rightfully so. I mean, he's looked awful the last couple games. Not all his fault, but when you have an opportunity, you have the second pick of the draft, there's no way you can pass up on just talent like Caleb Williams, Drake May, possibly Jaden Daniels. A lot of people are liking Jaden Daniels now. A lot of scouts are liking Jaden Daniels. So there's no way you can pass up on those opportunities and having a second pick of the draft to stay with a guy who's throwing pick six after pick six after pick six and who's seeing ghosts right now. And it's just kind of shell-shocked out there. There's just no way you can pass up on a quarterback right now. And I like Sam Howell a lot. I'm a big Sam Howell fan. Had good games against the Seahawks, the Patriots, the 2 Eagles games, and the second half of the Broncos game. But other than that, he's just looked shell-shocked. Like I said, it's not his fault. He got Patrick Ramsey with Bieniemy's offense, just dropping him back, a young quarterback, and not helping him out with a run game and a makeshift offensive line. And then Jacoby comes in, he makes the offensive line look better, and throws the ball to Terry McLaurin, gets the ball downfield to Terry McLaurin. So there's a lot of moving pieces and a lot of factors that have come into Sam Howell kind of just seeing ghosts. It's crazy how far he's fallen down from having a good game against the Seahawks and then throwing 3 picks against the Giants and then just throwing pick six after pick six after pick six and just looking like he's a rookie, but he's not. So it's unfortunate to see that for the young guy. And I like Sam, I really do, but you got to draft a quarterback. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You got to, especially with a new GM and a new owner now, new coach, you cannot have any holdovers, honestly, unless they really are that good. Like Trevor Lawrence, when they had a new coach and stuff come in, you had to stick with Trevor Lawrence. There's just no way you can stick with Sam Howell. You just can't. All right, so prediction for this game, I'm going to say 34-20, something like that. I think, 34-20. I think we lose admirably 34-20. I think the game's going to be a little close in the beginning. It's going to start off close. Dak might throw an interception. I think he will throw an interception. We keep it close for the first half or the first 3 quarters, and then they break away 34-20. All right, you guys let me know what you guys think. Health Commanders, everybody have a good weekend and stay safe in the weather. Health Commanders, peace.